Webheads, comic book fans, this is my top 10 most anticipated comics for August 10th, 2022. Fans, I'm Mike Spider Slayer. Welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0. Fans, it's never too early to start that pull list for next week, and hopefully this list helps you make decisions on what comic books to buy. Guys, it's great to be back. Last week I didn't even have a video because this video got corrupted and I was angry. So we're back this week, kicking it off with the hot seat, and the book that's on the hot seat book, guys, is Axe Judgment Day issue 2. So when it comes to this Marvel event, this is one of my least most anticipated Marvel events ever. I was not a fan of number 1. However, this book was my least anticipated Marvel event probably ever. I'm not a fan of the Eternals, and I'm not a fan of what's going on with the X-Men at this time either. Now, I was hoping that the Eternals would get rid of the Resurrection Protocols, which they did, and I was super excited, but then they brought it back like 2 pages later, or maybe like 2 panels later. And then they destroyed Arakko, which is on Mars, right? And you would think that is something huge and monumental that would happen in a first issue that would make you go, oh my God, I can't believe they did this. It all took place off panel. So it made for no emotional drive. It felt like nothing was at stake, and you're left for issue 2 going, oh, well, okay, I guess I'll read issue 2 to see what happened. Like, I don't know, so we're going to see if issue 2 improves. I don't have high hopes for it. I'm very curious to hear in the comments below, guys, what do you think of Axe Judgment Day after that first issue? Let's talk about a book that's on the rise, even though it has not been released yet. And that one goes to Red Sonja Fairy Tales. This is issue 1. Now, I was a huge fan of Grimm Fairy Tales back in the day. The original volume was Zenoscope Entertainment. And now we have Red Sonja that has its own fairy tales. And it looks like the first issue is going to be dealing with Jack and the Beanstalk, right? So I like Red Sonja as a character. I'm more into her than Vampirella. Vampirella also has a fairy tale story getting ready to come out as well the same exact week. However, Vampirella is a little bit, I don't know, she's a little bit much for me, I guess. She's like the X-rated character, where Red Sonja is more like that soft porn character. Like, she just seems like over the top, right? Red Sonja seems a little bit more classy for me. I don't know. It's such a weird analogy, but I like Red Sonja better. I like that she's like this barbarian character. She's strong. She kicks ass, takes names. I don't know if it's Vampirella because I haven't read her very much, but nevertheless, I'm looking forward to this. This is 40 pages. This is $4.99. Can't believe I said that. All right, next, coming in at number 10. Number 10, we have Jurassic League issue 4. Now, Jurassic League dropped a little bit for me. I felt like the story in the last issue was a lot of action, right? But not a lot happened. And even though I love the artwork and it's so energetic and it's kinetic and it's pops, I just felt like there was too much on the pages and it just kind of overwhelmed the reader, right? And I felt like there could have been a little bit more story and less of the action. But nevertheless, it's still a fun book. It was cool to see a Green Lantern dinosaur and a Flash dinosaur in the last issue, and then you got one of them going after this embryo thing or whatever it is. I don't even know, but it's pretty cool. I'm going to see it out. It's a lot better than I expected it to be. I thought this was going to be a joke, and this is definitely a book that you can read with your kids. 32 pages, $4. Coming in at number 9, we have Miss Marvel and Wolverine issue 1. Now, if you're a Wolverine fan and you're a completionist and you love everything that Wolverine is in, this is possibly for you. If you don't like Miss Marvel, though, you're going to have to read it with Miss Marvel in it. But this is a team-up book, right? And I feel like we should get more of these team-up books, especially like the old-school Marvel team-ups, right? Where you had team-up of Spider-Man and somebody else or other characters, right? And I think this Miss Marvel book could be something that might introduce readers to both these characters possibly for the first time if you've never read comic books. So I think this is going to be pretty fun. This is an oversized book. This is 36 pages. This is $5. All right. Next, coming in at number 8, we have Ghost Rider Vengeance Forever, issue 1. This is celebrating 50 years of the character. So if you're a Johnny Blaze fan and you want a tribute issue, we've been seeing a lot of these lately. We got the Spider-Man, we got the Ant-Man, now we got the Spirit of Vengeance. We got all kinds of stuff going on here. So this could be kind of cool. It seems like it kind of ties in a little bit of what's going on in the main story. So if you have read this is something that you might understand more. This could be a standalone book where you might not have to read the previous volume, or it could get you interested in the volume. It's written by Benjamin Percy. I think he's written this series brilliantly. 36 pages, $5. Moving on to number 7. Man, this has been a long time in the making. This is Predator issue 1. Hunt, Kill, and Repeat. So it's about time that we get the Predator in the pages of Marvel Comics. It seems like they have had the rights for this character for a long time. It got delayed. It's finally here. Curious to see how far or how gross or how gory this book can actually get. Looking forward to it. 36 pages, $5. Coming in at number 6, we have another anniversary or flashback type of issue where it takes you back to a simpler time. This is X-Men Legends issue 1. This is an all-new tale set before Giant Size X-Men issue 1. So this could be quite interesting dealing with your old school X-Men. I know people are searching, scrounging, scratching, clawing for anything that is good with X-Men. When it came to the Gambit issue last week, I was not a fan of it. I was so disappointed by it. So this week we get this X-Men Legends book. We'll see what happens with this one. It's not oversized or anything like that. It's just a story that takes place before that time. So this is 28 pages and this one is $4. Move on to number 5. More old school. We have Venom Lethal Protector, issue 5. This book has been fun. We have Eddie Brock before he was the King in Black. And if you're reading the King in Black right now, it's gotten more crazier than ever. He is a specific character that's going on in that book by the name of Bedlam. He's traveling through space and time. He's learning the ways of time travel through Kang. And Al Ewing is writing the portion of that book. Could you not expect anything less from Al Ewing? So if you want something that's not so complicated and easy to read and to follow, read Venom Lethal Protector. This is a solid book. You won't be disappointed. He fights through some of the most classic enemies that you saw in the pages of The Amazing Spider-Man. Most recently, I think Sticks and Stones was in that book. Those guys are back in the early 90s. It was cool to see them once again. And the character that's going to make his appearance in this issue is going to be the Taskmaster. And I am super stoked about that one. 28 pages, $4, guys. Coming in at number 4, we have Punisher issue 5. So this book has been really good. The Hand, I think it is obviously kind of persuaded Frank Castle to join them to be the leader of this beast, and he's resurrected their wife, and it's kind of the reason why. And he still carries out his duties of punishing people that deserve to be punished. You got Ares, the god of war, in this book, and now it looks like that we could possibly get Frank Castle's children resurrected. Also in this book, we're learning times before Frank Castle had his wife killed as well, how he was a possibly troubled preteen or teenager as well. I love this story. I have a feeling, though, that the Punisher is eventually going to go back to his old ways. I feel like that's where everything is leading here. This has been a great story, probably the best material that Jason Aaron has written in a very long time. So I definitely recommend this book if you can find it on the store shelves, the previous issues. Issue 5 is 36 pages, and this is a $5 comic. Move on to the top 3. And number 3 is The Amazing Spider-Man issue 7. So we just got done with issue 900 or issue 6, whatever it is that you want to call it. We got done with the introductory arc. We got done with celebrating 900 issues of Amazing Spider-Man. Now I think this is where the meat and potatoes begin when it comes to the series. We have Norman Osborn, who's offering a new suit to the Amazing Spider-Man. It looks like these two are going to be teaming up together. I don't know if Norman is giving him some kind of salary or some kind of job, but Norman is no longer the Green Goblin. All his sins have been exiled from his body and went into the Goblin Queen or Queen Goblin or whatever the hell she is. So Norman is truly Norman right now. So we're going to see what's in store for our favorite webhead. Now, whether you're on board or not, that's totally up to you, and I totally respect your opinion. But I think this could make for a very interesting story. I'm excited about it. The legacy numbering here is 901, 28 pages, $4. All right, coming in at number 2, we have 8 Billion Genies. This is issue 4. So now we're diving into the first 8 weeks of 8 Billion Genies. I think it was like 8 seconds, 8 minutes. Now we're doing 8 weeks. So it keeps going further and further down the timeline, and you keep seeing the Earth go further and further down the line here, falls apart. And now we're getting superheroes introduced into the 8 Billion Genie universe, because one of the kids that was at the bar, right, wound up wishing to be a superhero. And now we have a superhero team trying to stop all the mass chaos that's going on in the Earth because people are wishing for stupid wishes. This is such a great book about 8 billion genies that appeared on Earth, and people have one and only wish to wish for something, and people have not thought about their wish. Excellent book. If you haven't known already, this has been picked up by Amazon, and this has been a very popular series so far. I love each and every issue. 32 pages, $4. Right. So what's number 1? Well, we got a new number 1, and it is Deceased War of the Undead Gods issue 1. I am a huge fan of Tom Taylor's Deceased series. Overall, they all have been good. And the artwork that goes along with it is absolutely spectacular. It reminds me of Injustice Gods Among Us. You never know who's going to get killed. You don't know who's going to get infected by this virus. And we wind up seeing heroes go to a completely different Earth. Now it looks like maybe the gods are going to get infected by the virus and maybe go back to the new Earth to where our heroes escaped from. I have no idea, but you can expect some great stuff from Tom Taylor when he does this Elseworld stuff. So excited for it, man. 32 pages, $4. So now, don't go anywhere, guys. We have our noteworthy comics. This is some of the books that are coming out that I personally don't read or maybe fell off my top 10 most anticipated list. And the first one is I Am Batman. This is issue 12. So if you love Jace as Batman and you've been reading this from the very start, well, here you go. I haven't read a single issue. More Batman. We have Batman Urban Legends. This is issue 18. This is the story where it has multiple Batman stories inside the comic book. I will not purchase this book. It's too much money for an anthology book. It's $8. Dropped this a long time ago. However, if you love Batman stories and you collect everything and anything Batman, this is for you. All right, next we have Dark Crisis, Worlds Without a Justice League, Green Lantern, issue 1. So I read the Superman book. I hated it. I did not like it at all. I'm a huge fan of Green Lantern. I am cautiously optimistic about this one. I'm probably going to pick it up, but I'm not holding my breath when it comes to all these tie-in books. So we'll see what happens with the Green Lantern here. Next, if you love Dynamite and you love 007, we have 007 issue 1 coming out. Spawn fans, the next Spawn comic that's coming out is King Spawn issue 13. Gwen Stacy, Spider-Man fans, we have giant-sized Gwen Stacy issue 1. We released issue 1 a long time ago. It got delayed. It got canceled. I think it was during COVID. They never came out with any more of it. Now they're re-releasing it, oversized, releasing issues 1 through 3, and you're going to get the whole story there. And then last but not least, guys, Black Panther fans, we have Black Panther issue 8. We got gorgeous Alex Ross artwork on the cover. I've missed out on this series. I did not like issue 1, and I haven't read it since. Now I feel like since issue 8's out, I feel like I'm behind the 8 ball, and it's too hard for me to catch up. So if you're enjoying this book, that's awesome for you. It's getting ready to come out, so don't forget to pick it up. So there you guys have it. There are the top 10 and more most anticipated comics for August 10th, 2022. Guys, if you love this video, you know what to do. Give it a like, subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell. If you love the content, I'll leave you more content right here to check out. This is my top 10 comic book covers of the week. And of course, guys, as always, keep buying, keep collecting, and most importantly, always read your comics. Guys, I'll see you real soon. Take care. Bye.